Welcome! We're playing Crusader Kings III because this game, oh my god, this game, guys, this game is amazing. I love it so much and I can't stop playing it. To wit, I have actually done homework, right? I've played off camera. I've tried to sort of get more used and more accustomed to the mechanics that are in this game and try to understand how to better um, further our goals of forming Scotland and having an awesome dynasty and all of that jazz. Let me just hit resume and let's see where we're at. Now, our culture. So we're Gaelic, right? Which is fantastic, fan-freaking-tastic. Now, what was I doing? The crusade started, and apparently I'm not crusading because it's called Crusader Kings. Why would you crusade? Okay, I need to improve the control in my counties, and some of my stuff is getting sieged because this is a war between some of my vassals. They're trying to sort of consolidate their power. I guess that'll be fine. They can just do whatever. I'm the king. I don't care. One thing that I did learn is that it's super important to be pious because you can actually ask for stuff. Now, so for example, so we've got this person over here, Petty King Diffenwall, right? Of who has the petty kingdom of Strathclyde, right? And I'd very much appreciate getting their territory, right? In order to do that, who am I scheming against? I'm scheming against Clairchen Mott. I just need to sort of remember. Why am I scheming against you? Because you're a powerful vassal. You hold the county title over here. What? No, okay. I'm scheming to sway you, but I am scheming against my. Okay, I'm scheming against you, and you are wandering, forgiving Ravener. Why do I care about you? What was I doing? What was I trying to sort of myrtleize this person? It's been a couple days since we last played, so I don't think this is actually sort of important. You're wandering, you're unlanded, you're just there in Ross. Is it because you stand to inherit stuff? You shouldn't stand to inherit stuff. You have no parents, you have no one. We're just scheming to myrtleize you for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna abandon that for now. I don't think it's super important. Is it because... No. Yes, no, yes, no, maybe. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So, let's think about it for a little bit. So I want to get Scotland up and running. But in order to do that, we kind of need all of this territory. We're going to need to go against the Isles over here. But unfortunately, they have a ton of... they have like 2 alliances. They're allied with this Jarldom over here. They have a pretty significant military, right? Kind of similar to ours in power, so we shouldn't actually risk getting into a war with them, right? If we were to do so. So I'm gonna get this little territory to start out with. In the meantime, I would hope that we can sort of... wait or maybe force things a little bit to get Jarl Ivar out of power. Hopefully, he'll lose some of his alliances, and that way we'll be able to sort of declare war on them and actually take them on. They have a lot of land that I wish would stop being theirs. They're actually in a couple wars right now, but that's gonna be fine. Okay. So, actually, can I actually plan to myrtleize you in any way? No, because I tried already. Okay. And my lifestyle is one of intrigue, so... I can actually... Can I actually... abduct people, because that would be helpful, really. Seduction, fertility, unshackled truth, fabricate a hook. It should have been. It's in the stewardship. You can claim the throne. Marshal, there was a thing that allowed us to sort of abduct people. Is that not a thing anymore? Like, for example, can I abduct you? Blackmail, I can disinherit. I can disinherit you. Okay, cool. Anyway. So we've got a lot of children. They're unmarried. Are they getting educated? I think they are. That's good. That's good. So if we get some more powerful alliances online and we get rid of the Isles over here, this Jarldom, we should be in a good position to take over the rest of England, I would hope. But let me hit on pause. Let's get this puppy rolling. In the meantime, I have quite a bit of gold that I can actually use. Now, since we're still a tribe, so theoretically we could still raid, now that I think about it. And I finally found out how raiding works. Basically, you kind of need to move your army over their stuff, you get the gold, then you send your army back, you leave it on your territory for a bit, and that way they unload the gold. So, now that I think about it, maybe we could raise some local raiders. In the meantime, I'm thinking, what counties do I hold? I hold the county of Gowrie, which, like, where is the capital of my kingdom? The de jure capital is this county that I have, which is good. What we can do here is that we can actually develop this land, building some buildings to sort of that will get us more gold. Unfortunately, our prestige is in the crapper, so we need to win some more battles, get some more prestige. One way to raise prestige is to actually hold a feast or to go on a hunt. We're pretty stressed out, so let's actually go for a hunt. It's a lot cheaper. Sound the horn. Let's do that. Okay. De jure hierarchy. Kingdom of Alba, High Kingdom of Sursen, and at one point we can actually create the Kingdom of Scotland if it doesn't pop up for us. Now, we have this army here. I want to take their stuff. Here. No, not here. I want to take their stuff here. I want to take their stuff here. We raided already. I'm going to take their stuff here as well, and we'll see what we can do. Hunt the white wolf. I'm riding ahead of the group as the hills suddenly grow still around me. The silence is almost palpable. It's not palpatinable. That's a different thing. And I struggle to hear even the noise of the horse's hooves. Just as I am about to turn back to find the others, I glimpsed it ahead of me, blurry as in a dream. A wolf, as white as snow. Like something from a tale, I must have it. It is just a wolf. I'll hunt others. So this will give us improved stewardship and prowess. At the same time, our prowess is crap, so my feeling would be that if I start to hunt the wolf, it won't be a good time. So maybe the best way to go about it would be I'll just leave it like that, and that will just be that, really. Hunt. Returning from the wild. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the hills behind as the light fades from the sky. To heed the call of the wild is usually an adventure, and this outing truly delivered both the good and the bad in overabundance. We get some prestige, which is great. We can now sort of afford to develop our land over here. I'd very much appreciate setting up some markets, actually. Right, they give us the most gold. Grows our supply limit as well. Some levies would be great as well, but we'll just go with the markets for now. As the culture head, we're going into public works, which allows us to have more developed lands, which is good, but we're actually going to need to get some crop rotation, some casus belli, some city planning going. Onagers would be great to have. Barracks as well. But since we've already put a lot of time into this, we're gonna leave it be for like 1 or 2 more years, and then we're gonna switch to something else. Right, so let's start raiding stuff. My vassal, oh, my brother was taken. Oh well. Ill, my old self, as I woke. Oh, we were diseased. Indeed, we were. As I woke this morning and saw rays of sunshine falling through my window, it took me a moment to realize I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. Okay, so we're not ill anymore. Our prowess has gone back up. Are there any towns we can raid as well? Yeah, we can go in there. We can raid those towns as well. And let's get them. An accident. Anne hates apology sounds genuine, but the error seems almost too ludicrous to be real. You see, my liege, my spymaster explains, it was simply a matter of sending the wrong letter with the wrong courier. He holds his breath, so that is how the incriminating documents were lost. You utter churl. So somebody has found out my secret. So this dude is sort of conspiring against me. I see. Or I could forgive him and get a... So I could mess up the opinion of my spymaster, which I don't really want to do, because this dude can stab us in the back. Or I could forgive him and we could get a hook on him. Okay. Question. So our religion is what? It is Catholicism. Is everybody in my court Catholic? Because if they're not, they definitely need to be. That way they'll like me more. Okay. So my bro is not... doesn't really like us very much, probably because I tried to kill him at one point, but that's just gonna be fine. That's just life. What you gonna do about it? Right, so I'm raiding his lands. I would very much appreciate knowing if I can myrtleize you. So if I were to myrtleize you, it's actually very, very possible that we could do so. We're gonna start that scheme. We're gonna try to take him out. Now, alliances are tied to the ruler, right? They're not tied to the country, or the kingdom, or what have you. So, what the heck? I don't remember who this person was, but apparently we had them killed. This is my vassal, and he's very, very pissy with me because he's not on the actual council. If I decline, my murder secret is exposed. You know, we're getting up there in years. We have a lot of children. I think it's time. I think it's time to kind of retire. I'm a kinslayer. Okay. Okay, I'll accept then. I'll accept the blackmail, and we'll see. He'll probably ask for sort of decreased taxes and stuff like that, but that's just gonna be life. What you gonna do about it? Okay, yeah, you see, since my army came back through my lands, we got the raid loot in our we got our raid loot back. And just a second. So, camp followers. The cold-hearted Jarl Ivar is at war. He's currently camped in Novgorod. What the heck is he doing in Novgorod? Holy crap. Okay, he's probably answering a call to war or something, I would imagine. And sources tell me that he will pick up more camp followers soon. A perfect opportunity to get some of my people into the camp. Unseen in the crowd, they will report to me. So I could mess up his supply capacity, or I could further my scheme. I will choose to further my scheme, although messing up his supplies would definitely be useful as well. Also, learn to trust, like if you're a new player like me, learn to trust these suggestions in here. These are super, super duper useful. They help you to kind of guide you along when you're not sure what to do exactly. So for example, right now, oh, I remember who I was killing and why. It's because I was trying to get people out of this sort of voting, right, scheme. Can I convert to like kingdom? Like I have tribal authority, but I'd like to go into. I'd like to go into like I like to turn this into not a tribe but a kingdom. Right? But it's kind of hard to do so. I mean, there's something that we need to do. Anyway, trust this outliner, right? These suggestions because they help to guide you along. So for example, I know that 2 of my vassals want to be on the council, right? But if I were to look at my council, one of them is Mayor Theodos, right? Who's got, like, his best skill is stewardship, which is like 10. But the steward I have already, who's also a vassal, a powerful vassal, has 18, right? So there's no real place where I can put him. The other vassal is this person right here with a stewardship of 20, which is fan-frickin-tastic, actually. But if I were to move this, so basically it means I have to replace the vassal I have here with this one. And I think I'm going to do that because that stewardship rating, oh boy! Right? We need to set that up. We know we have low county control in Galloway, right? Which the county of Galloway is... Where are you at, County of Galloway? Over here, right? So we need to increase control, and we are already doing that via our marshal over here. I can declare wars. I can ransom somebody for 64 gold to King Helgi, which is not a lot of money. But at this point, I'll just take all the money we can get. There's an active election, and I kind of still hope that the main heir will be indeed my son. I could try to kill my nephew. That could be an idea. Yeah, so this needs to, like, I need to change the succession laws in this kingdom because it's myrtleizing my hope and expectation that I would actually become that my heir stays in my family, right? And we need to keep that. We need to keep that happening. We can declare some wars, right? So we can declare wars on Shetland, which is the chiefdom of Shetland, which is actually up here, which we could basically kind of take easy peasy lemon squeezy. Actually, we could declare a holy war. Since they're Norse and other, but the problem with that is that other Norse kingdoms might also declare war, right? So I could take all of his stuff, no problem, actually. And I think I'm gonna do that. I just need to sort of finish raiding this place. Blathering? Excuse me? I'm a streamer. Of course I talk a lot. I'm not blathering, you're blathering. Right, so we need to get our army back home. And we'll get the loot, and then we'll disband our army. Right, we'll just disband it. We'll leave it be for a bit to kind of recover. We could invest more into our armies, actually, now that I think about it. So what do I have? I have some light footmen, some bowmen, some light horsemen, and some pikemen, which are super duper cool. Here's another thing that you can do. So the kingdom... the kingdom of Shetland, who we want to invade, right? You can see the main character, right? The liege of that kingdom, of that sort of province. And here, if you mouse over, you can see what sort of troops they have, and how many. And you can kind of think about how you want to counter them. So, for example, these are skirmishers, which are countered by our bowmen, and these are light cavalry, which are countered by our pikemen. So we should be pretty darn good. We can also see that they have 4 champions, which is not a lot. Okay, so let's declare war on them. Let's take their stuff. Let's get these islands up and running. We can actually keep them for ourselves. Not that I think it matters that much. We might want another. We might want to revoke some other titles and get some other stuff. But we'll see. Let's get the county. Let's declare war. We just declared war. I'm gonna set a rally point actually over here. So now I can just click here, raise all our armies up here, and then just move them up. And get in, mate. Hopefully they won't move their armies down here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, now we've started to siege their stuff. We just need to take it, basically. We've got some raiders in here who hopefully won't mess up my stuff. To put on an act, an overheard whisper and a sharp glare are the final pieces that makes the puzzle fall into place. My spy master Amhide is more well versed in the art of intrigue than he would have everyone believe. To know that there is a man like that at court makes me rather nervous. However, I might learn a lot if I can get him to trust me. Well, he kind of trusts me. So, hold on. So I'll convince him, we can convince him that we are cut from the same cloth, or the risk is too great, I can't trust him. So we know that this person tried to pull a fast one on us a bit earlier, but I still like to kind of convince him that we're cut from the same cloth. It takes many days, but at long last I coincidentally stumble upon Amhide while he is alone. Lord Amhide, I have been meaning to... If you walked into a room to find your spouse yelling at a young page for dropping a plate, what would you do? Is he testing me? Maybe this is my opportunity to convince him that we have a lot in common. So I could forgive him. I'm sure they could handle it better without me. The page would be punished. I'd forgive the page, because that way I'd have a hook on them. He pauses, grimacing as if he is tasting something sour before continuing. In the middle of a march to battle... I wasn't expecting a pop quiz, but here we are, CK3. In the middle of a march to battle, just as you are setting up camp, an officer approaches you to ask what should be done with a spy that has been caught. I would talk to the spy and see what they have to say. He nods to himself before painting the next scenario. You make a decision, say that all taxes in a county will be raised, and it comes to your attention that one of your vassals openly questions that decision. How do you react? The whole court would hear of my vassal's every mistake. His face is lit up by a surprisingly warm smile. You seem to be a man of sound judgment. He takes a bite of an apple, chomp, before moving down the corridor on silent feet. Please join me. We have much to discuss. Okay, cool. So Amhide is now my mentor, and I get 1 intrigue lifestyle perk. Okay, let's check that out, actually. So, oh, here it is, Kidnapper. Okay, we need to get Kidnapper, because Kidnapper is fan-freaking-tastic, and I'll tell you why in just a second. We can actually kidnap people, and if we're, for example, if we're fighting a war with someone, if we kidnap that someone, we can actually get a lot of war score and win the war much easier with minimal fighting and much quicker, right? So we've been called to war by the Duchess Rothildis of Spoleto, the Kingdom of West Francia, against the Prince of the Principality of Benevento. And this is, where is this? Okay, over here in Italy. Okay, so we're fighting against Italy. He's got 800 troops. She's got 900 troops, and somehow they want help. I will accept, but I won't actually go. I might get my army over there, but I think it's too much. I think it's too much trouble, to be super duper honest. Anyway, scheme discovered. Son of a bitch! The existence of my plot to murder Ivar has been discovered. While my involvement is not yet known, this will make it a lot more difficult. Okay, so we'll drop it like it's hot. Okay, fine. You know what? We won't do that. But what we can do... Okay, so we won the siege over there. We can enforce our demands. Boom. There it is. Now I hold this county. Right? And we're gonna need to start converting these people. So for example, if I were to go to my council, I can start converting the faith in here. And it's gonna take 17 years. That's a lot of years. I'm gonna disband my army, right? And just let it heal for a bit, because we probably lost some troops along the way. Mayor Tudos has become my steward. How the heck did that happen? And I can't fire him for 25 years. I think he had a hook on me, and I think he kind of used that or something to get in, which is very unfortunate. Now we can actually do two hostile schemes at once. So the first one that I want to do is I want to look at my kingdom. I want to see who's up in score. So my nephew, you are actually... So you're my brother's kid. Oh, I tried to kill him once before. I see. I could abduct him. Okay. I could try to abduct Jarl Ivar here. But first, I want to kind of declare war on you and take your stuff. We have a truce, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be fine. Now, how are you looking with troops? You still have 2 alliances. You're in a war with Ireland over here. Okay, that's gonna be fine. I do wonder, though. I do wonder what else we can do to sort of improve our position, right? So, for example, if I were to get... Oh, you hate me. Oh, because I'm a kinslayer? Because being forgiving is a sin? Oh, because he's Norse. Oh, I see. Okay, so you're kind of allied to the Isles. Of course you are. Wessex. How you doing, baby? You kind of like me. You're Catholic. Okay, you don't have any allies. You know what? If I could... I wonder if we can get like an alliance through marriage or something like that with Wessex. Wessex could join in, help me out with these a-holes. So let's see. Do we have any... So we have any unmarried daughters? We do, actually. I could find a spouse. I need to look for alliance power. Make sure they're fertile. I'd like to gain prestige if possible. Principality, West Francia, Flanders. Okay, maybe we don't... I'd like to gain prestige, though. So let's see, alliance power. So the best alliance would be with West Francia. But aren't I already allied with them? Count Eudes. Yes, we are. We're allied with a lot of people. So we could actually call them into our wars if we were to sort of kick the Norse out of our territory. We'll see if we get up to that. Okay, we could get another alliance with the Principality of Döbarth. Okay. They've got 1,400 troops, but those are 1,400 troops that we could get. Okay. It's not going to be a matrilineal marriage. They're going to go into his dynasty. That's going to be fine. What traits does my daughter have? Anything, wow? Not really. Shy, paranoid, not really great. So I'm going to marry her off. I'm going to get that alliance going. There we go. Cool. That's a mean-looking son of a bitch right there. The map. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at a local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal he struck with a fancy lord in pearls and silk. Apparently, he drew a map of the local hills for an unknown nobleman. The spies think the lord must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. That idiot belongs in my dungeon. I imprison him just a wandering person. It'd give me more stress, and I'd get okay. I'll just become more vigilant. Right, we'll be more resistant towards schemes. People are still trying to murder Allo, which my marshal, which I'd very much appreciate they didn't do. I could raise my armies. I could help them out. But it just take me so damn long to get there. Like, it's no joke. Before I get there, the war will probably have been won. So, like, if I were to declare on you, just as a thing, I could subjugate you. I could press my claims, which would be these isles. Oh, okay. They've got 10,000 troops. Yeesh. That is a lot of troops. Mostly I see footmen and horsemen. Right, and they've got they've got quite a few special soldiers. Got some mercenaries as well. Theoretically, I have more allies, but it's just not good enough. Now, I wonder if I can actually abduct you. 88%, 95% secrecy. Come on. Let's try to abduct him. And we'll just keep him. We'll just keep him. Like, if we declare war, he's just gonna be ours, right? Our prisoner. What else could we do over here? We can create the Duchy of Northern Isles, which is a de jure title, right? And we could give it to one of our sons, basically. We could get some prestige. It costs us a bit of gold. Let's do it like that. Create. Right? And I need to grant this. Actually, how many duchies am I holding? I'm holding one kingdom. Circin is a duchy. Okay, and now actually they'll tell me if I'm over the duchy limit. I could try to sway my new sort of... Who am I trying to sway? I'm trying to sway just a vassal, right? Because he's pissy because he's not on the council. Okay. I can designate a guardian for Muriel. Who? Oh, so Muriel, you're not actually getting edumacated. Now, let's try to get them really good at martial. Damn, my champion is good. Okay, we're gonna do that. Right, as well as Guthrie over here. No, Joan. Joan? My daughter. Let's get you really good at marshalling. Okay. It's an active election. I can declare wars. I can abduct. Okay. Who else could we get in on? So you, Jarl Halfdan, if I were to say... Unfortunately, I don't have any claims I can press. There's one county, but again, like, they've got just so many troops, it's not even funny. We could get our allies in on it, but don't think it'll be enough. So, Mercia, vastly inferior. We could get a county over here bordering Wessex. But it's so far away, I don't know if it'll actually be helpful. Over here is where I need to... Okay, so in here, we could... This is the war I'd like to declare, but unfortunately... I could only get the county. Really? Oh, we still have a truce, don't we? That's the issue here. If I were to declare war... It'll break the truce. We've got a truce. How long till this truce just stops? 889. Okay. My nephew is now my heir. Well, my nephew shouldn't be alive for much longer, actually. 1890. Okay, hopefully we won't die until then. We could disinherit them. Is he actually a part of my dynasty, though? That is the actual question. He's unlanded, 5 claims. Where do we see the dynasty? Some temptation, high chieftain. Let's see if my house, because I want to see the house itself, like who's a part of it. So here's Ed. He's actually a part of my dynasty. Yeah, everybody's a part of my dynasty. So theoretically, I'm still keeping it in a family, even though it's not my direct son. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Right, let's see what other wars we can declare. Roald of Oriel. What can you give me? Holy War for the county, which is down here in Ireland. This is where the heck even is this? Invade Kingdom. Okay. So the problem is that just not a lot we can do. Okay, we need to get the Scots. We need to get the Scottish culture in here. Actually, can we convert our culture? Because I'd like to convert my culture. So if I right-click on me, I can just fine. I need to have someone who's Scottish, and then I can convert to their culture. You've got two allies. I still can't do. So if I were to press my claims, no, it's still 9,500. We'll see if we can abduct him, though. It's gonna take me 8 years to do so. Hopefully it'll work. Hey, Jarl Ivar has died. Nice. Declare war. My claims. Okay, so they're inferior in military strength to me, so this might be the time. Apparently, they still have like 8,700 troops, so I don't know exactly how you're doing your how your calculus is working, game. But how come he still got 2 allies, right? Maybe I just need to give it a tick. Because, like, okay, they negotiated that peace, so one of them, this peace is negotiated, right? But the person that negotiated it died, so how is that still a thing? Well, whatever, we're gonna declare war on them. If we get our butts kicked, that'll teach us a lesson. We'll call all our allies in, and we'll try to sort of abduct the abduct the person as well. We'll see what we can do. So Duke Harold of Crane in East Francia has announced to the world that he and his vassals have converted to Waldensianism. Okay, holding that the accumulation of wealth is an anathema that is incompatible with achieving salvation. Waldensians preach apostolic poverty as being the path to perfection, and believe that priests should hold neither titles nor lands. Hey, we could take the lands of the priests then. Having become disillusioned with the teachings of the Catholic priests, the nobles of Crane no longer consider the clergy to be righteous and true. Okay. Vile heretics were so Catholic, it's not even funny. So yeah, let's try declaring then. Right, so if I were to... So I can't declare on you, but I can declare war on you. We're gonna just try to press our claims, basically, and we've got actually a lot of claims. Wait a minute. We've got a ton of claims, so we've got like 3 huge territories that we kind of want. Okay, so we'll declare war. Okay. We'll call in all our allies. Right, we've got 4 allies. We can get West Francia. Okay. We're gonna get the... Where actually are you? De Barth. Huh, pretty close, so they might actually join in. Where are you, actually? Oof, over there in Italy, that won't be fun. I'm gonna call you to war. And I'm gonna call in Count Eudes as well. We're gonna lose a ton of prestige. It's not even funny, like at all. In the meantime, I'm going to go over here to this person and I'm gonna say hostile abduct. 45, 55. There might be a chance we might be able to do it. We might be able not to do it. It's gonna take a long while, but that's just gonna be it. We're gonna set up our rally point here and get our armies out there. Right? Raise all our armies and we basically start praying right now. Hopefully it'll work out. And thank you so much for watching on YouTube, by the way. Leave a comment, share, like, subscribe. I love CK3. We'll be playing a lot of it. Win or lose, we're going to be playing a lot of CK3. So thank you so much for watching.